Marcus, Barcelona is the place to be.
Absolutely. That is where the Mobile World Congress has kicked off in Barcelona, in Spain, of course. Around 75,000 participants are there, so it is the place to be if you're a techie, as you put it before, Francois. Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg has been delivering the keynote address there, and we will, of course, be bringing you all the latest from Barcelona as we get it. In other news from that city, Nokia has unveiled its first smartphones that run on Google's Android operating system. The three phones are intended to target emerging markets, in particular, with the cheapest version costing €89. Analysts say it's a pure play by Nokia to tap into a part of the markets that's been dominated by Google and Android. The launch comes just as Nokia's phone business is about to be taken over by Microsoft. The latter has its own operating system, and Nokia says that it will continue to use that operating system in higher-end phones. And if we stay in Barcelona, Sony unveiled its latest smartphone flagship there earlier. The Xperia Z2 is meant to take on similar models from both Samsung and Apple. Sony is betting on mobile to reverse its fortunes after several years of losses. It recently announced that it would sell its PC business and spin off its TV division. And if we stay with telecoms, but move to France, we're going to look at a deal that could redraw the telecoms landscape here in this country. Media conglomerate Vivendi says it's been approached by private equity group Altice. The latter wants to merge its cable operator Numericable with Vivendi's mobile phone unit SFR. Delana de Souza has taken a closer look at this potential deal.
French broadband provider Numericable has been interested in SFR for some time. The company has its eyes set on SFR's 17 million mobile consumers. The two companies have held talks over the past year, with neither side agreeing on a price. This time, however, Numericable's owner Altice has proposed an alliance, marking the company's renewed push to consolidate telecom assets.
This news could be credible, but they need to address the sector's two challenges. First, firmly respond to the competition Free has introduced, and second, propose an offer for both fixed connections and mobile to become an integrated operator.
Analysts say a merger between the two companies makes strategic sense. For now, SFR relies on rival Orange for its mobile network. An alliance could see SFR lean on Numericable's large fiber infrastructure instead. The French telecom industry was rattled by the entrance of Free. The company slashed prices for cable and mobile operations, altering the landscape of the market.
The competition in terms of electronic communication is favourable for the consumer. The arrival of a fourth mobile operator helped reduce prices. The quality of the service needs to be maintained and should be part of what the operator offers.
In June, SFR's parent company Vivendi plans on asking shareholders to approve splitting the company in two. Spinning off SFR would help Vivendi focus on its media, music and broadcasting businesses.
And from Italy, or from France rather, we're going to head to Italy. Its new Prime Minister has pledged to cut taxes and push a range of other reforms to revive the economy. Matteo Renzi spoke ahead of a confidence vote in the Italian Parliament. Renzi pledged to make it cheaper for companies to hire by reducing payroll taxes. He also said that he would push an overhaul of Italy's legal system and also electoral rules. The speech was short of details, though, on how Renzi would finance these pledges without breaking the budget. And analysts say that Renzi has a lot to prove.
My impression is that Renzi, although great news, young Prime Minister, youngest since the post-war period, youngest cabinet, but he still has to do a lot. And he has a lot of work in front of him, and there is no news yet to show and on which to base any potential improvements.
No news yet, so definitely a story to follow there in Italy. And we're going to take a look at the stock markets next. In the United States this session, shares there trading higher. A number of deals are helping out the indices stateside, including the revelation that billionaire investor Carl Icahn has bought a 2% stake in eBay. That is sending up shares a lot, as you can see here, with all three main indices up by more than 1% this hour. Here in Europe, all the main indices ended higher as well. They took their cue from Wall Street at the open. Here in Paris, it's worth noting that shares in Numéricable gained almost 7%, helping out the CAC 40. The FTSE in London was boosted by Vodafone shares as the speculation the mobile network operator could become a takeover target. The FTSE 100 in London was up 0.4%. Shares in British bank HSBC came under pressure, though, on Monday over in London. It came as Europe's biggest bank by market value reported worse than expected profits. HSBC full-year earnings for 2013 came in at $22.6 billion. That is better than for 2012 on the back of cost-cutting and also job cuts, but it wasn't enough to satisfy investors, and we saw HSBC shares once again trading down throughout trading in London. Meanwhile, shares in Swedish lorry maker Scania popped almost 32% on Monday. It follows a €6.7 billion bid from Volkswagen to buy the Scania shares it doesn't already own. That was a significant premium on Scania's market value after Friday's market close. Some are questioning the bid, though, saying that it could be simply too high, that Volkswagen, they say, is perhaps biting off more than it could or should chew. OK, that is the business news for now. And now it's back to Francois.
And it's time for sports. Many thanks, Marcus Carlson. Sports present